There's just so many different things that you can do once you know the numbers. It's all about the numbers, and at Spartan Spark, we're so geeky. We just love the numbers, and even me, I remember I couldn't even count backwards from 10 that one day, but I love digging down into the numbers because they're just so helpful. Like, it gives you an idea of where you want to go with your marketing. And there's like a million things you can track in Google Analytics, and you can take courses on it and everything. And I would suggest the more you know about Google Analytics, the more you can do in your business, especially in terms of marketing. Hi everybody, Daphne Canales from Spartan Spark, and I am here to show you some quick tips about Google Analytics. So these are some of the metrics that I love tracking because they give me some really good data. So I am on my client's Google Analytics. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to conversions. So right here, click on conversions and goals. So the most important thing about not the most important, but a most important thing about Google Analytics is that you want to set up your conversions and your goals so that you can start tracking where people are coming from, which of your marketing campaigns are working, and all that great information that you can use then to optimize the marketing that you're doing. So we've got a whole bunch of goals here for our client, and I can explain those to you. What we're going to do first is we're going to look at how to set up a goal. So I'm going to click on admin at the bottom, and then I'm going to click on goals. So these are, again, all the goals that I've made. So if I click on new goal, I can make a new goal. So what I like to track is how long people stayed on the website, because that shows how engaging my content is. So that means I'm doing a good job with the content around the website and people want to stay and click around. And so 2 minutes is my minimum threshold. So I want to measure every time people spend 2 minutes or more. I also want to measure how many pages people visit, because again, it's part of that engagement. If they just see one page, they read for 2 minutes, they're not like super interested in what we're saying if they don't click around, if they don't go to several pages. I want to click on any landing or sales pages that I've made and see how many people are going there, and then how many people are clicking to fill out the form, the contact us form, all those kind of metrics. So those are kind of my big ones. And so this is how you do it. So you set up a new goal. So let's say it's time on page. And then what we're doing is we're doing duration. So 2 minutes is a good place to start. So then we click on continue. And again, here is how many minutes, 2 minutes. And if this is worth money to you, you can set the value. So what that means is that every time this metric gets tracked, that means you've made $10, you've made $15. So this is more for like a shopping cart system. Verify this goal so you can see how often it would have been. So it would have had a 17% conversion rate based on the last 7 days, and then you click save. So that is one way to measure things. Another way is destination. So if we are checking a sales page, so sales page would be the name of your page, and then you go continue, and then you put the URL of the page in here. Okay, so that's pretty simple. We're going to go back again, and pages, screens per session, so how many pages they visited. So that's one I like to track, more than 2. Did they visit more than 2 pages? So I do that there. And then event, if they played a video, for example. And another one is just some custom goals. So one of the ones that we like to track is whenever the contact us form is filled out. So when your contact us form gets filled out, or any form gets filled out, it returns a new URL. And so you can track that URL. So you just ask your web developer for what that URL is, and you put it in goals, and then you can track every time that's triggered, and you know you had somebody fill out your form. So the reason you always want to track visited and submitted is, say you've got like a gazillion people visiting your contact us page and then nobody fills it out, you've got a problem. So either your form is having an issue or you need to explain more about what you're doing. So that's a metric that you always want to track. A pretty good conversion rate on a sales page is 25%, and so you want to kind of move and strive towards that 25% conversion, and you want to try several different sales pages. So let's go back to the dashboard, the analytics dashboard. So when I'm here, I go back to conversions to see, that's where I've set up my goals. And there's like a million things you can track in Google Analytics, and you can take courses on it and everything. And I would suggest the more you know about Google Analytics, the more you can do in your business, especially in terms of marketing. So here we are in overview, and this is showing me what goals were completed. So I had 261. Oh, just a second. What I want to do is I always want to track compared to the previous period, just to see how things are going. So we always want to track, and actually even better, and I've said this in other videos, is August this month compared to August last year, if you're kind of doing similar things. So the reason we're comparing this month to last month is because we're tracking our campaigns, so the success of our marketing campaigns. The reason you would check August this year to August last year is to see if there's any trends. Maybe people sign up on a certain week and you want to start focusing in on those trends and setting up your marketing that way. If there's really low time, you don't get a lot of registrations, boost up your ads, your Facebook ads, Google ads. If you've got high times, bring those down and focus on other things like getting more engagement or doing other things. Okay, so what we're seeing here is 1 month compared to the other, and it's kind of, similar. So there's nothing that we can see. It's more when you do like a year-long trend that you can see comparisons, and we've seen that in another video. So I'm not going to go over that. Today's all about goals. And so here we've got the goal completions, and this is showing me if goals are up or down kind of thing. So we've got multiple page views, so anything over 2 page. We had 1,000 people this month and only 937 last month, so we've gone up 17%. If they filled out the 2-class form, so that's our sales page for this client, and it's gone up 46% from last month. So things like that. How many people, this is how many people visited, how many people submitted. This is kids class. So all the different things that we're tracking, we can see if they've gone up or down, and then we can start making changes based on that. So this is the other thing I love about all the numbers. You can see which pages are being visited the most. Compare month to month, so you can start working on. So say like for example, the class schedule is being visited a lot. Let's make sure that everything is right there and we're having a really good experience with the class schedule, and we can dig down a little bit deeper and see what people are doing, how long they're staying, are they having a good experience. This button here, love it, source medium, always teaching about this in my workshops. And what it does is it tells me where people are coming from. So I'm specifically looking at my goals because those are the things that are converting into customers, and that means money. And so I want to see where they're coming from. So Google organic, so that's like all the search engine optimization work. That brings in the most visitors, and we can see month to month how that increased or decreased. Google cost per click, those are our ads, so how much we're getting from those in conversions. Direct, again, that's part of your search engine optimization numbers, people going directly to the website. And then we've got Instagram, so that is coming clicks and visitors coming from Instagram, people coming from Facebook. And then here's Facebook paid ads, cost per click. This is Spartan Spark. We are sending traffic. This is a link from Spartan Spark to the client's website. And then we've got Bing, and we've got some more Facebook stuff. YouTube, we've been running ads on YouTube. And so there you go. We've got 26 people coming from YouTube. So those are my favorite analytics to like check really quick, to set up properly, and they give us so much data, and we can discuss how that data works a little bit later, all the digging down that we do. And of course, there's so much you can do within terms of audience. So for example, I had a client who was just focusing totally on men in their 20s, and then we started noticing that people on the website were like women in their 40s, and so we started doing ads that way. And so there's just so many different things that you can do once you know the numbers. It's all about the numbers, and at Spartan Spark we're so geeky. We just love the numbers, and even me, I remember I couldn't even count backwards from 10 that one day, but I love digging down into the numbers because they're just so helpful. Like, it gives you an idea of where you want to go with your marketing. Hope this was fun.